roll, whiskey, soda and rock and roll.
In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God. And
where's the damn chicken? Where's the damn chicken?
In the beginning, Jah.
The damn chicken.
The heaven and the earth.
This is what I get for doing this without my producer.
Man of his own likeness.
Yeah, there's gotta be chicken around here somewhere, people. Find me chicken!
Gave unto man wisdom, knowledge, understanding.
I now have my chicken.
Jah is my help and my strength, so shall I fear. He's a shield upon my right and my left hand, so whom shall I be afraid? Jah is my king, Jah is my light and my salvation, so whom shall I fear? He's my guide throughout this creation, so whom shall I be afraid? Jah is my king, Jah is my guide in my resting and my rising, so whom shall I fear? He's my guide when I step out in the forward, so whom shall I be afraid?
Daddy Rumpskin!
Jah is my king, Jah is my guide when the Philistines come down upon me, so whom shall I fear? He's my guide when my enemies come to devour, so whom shall I be afraid? Jah is my king, Jah is my guide from the pestilence of darkness, so whom shall I fear? He's my guide from the vampire thing, so whom shall I afraid? Jah is my king.
Okay, we're about on here in about 30 seconds, people, so get it together. All right. Yes. 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 And in 3, 2, 1. Thank you. And good blessings to all who have been witnessing the phenomenon which is known as the Ktng Morning Show. But first we got to get our morning prayer off. Ja Rastafari. Ja Rastafari. Ja Rastafari. And a good morning to you all. First we want to give Ja his praise for my first breath in the morning. For the talent and courage he instills within me to pursue the dreams and to pursue the opportunities he lays before me each and every single day, so therefore I may succeed with them. To have compassion, and not only that, but to help those who cannot help themselves, and to have compassion towards my enemies, even at the point of annoyance. But also to grant me greatness from my rest that he provides me each night, so I may rise and become a better person and do better each and every day.
On Periscope and live stream on Facebook. Coming at you now.
Let's see. Okay, come on here. Okay, we're connecting. Okay, and therefore, like to say that this morning, Ja Rastafari, Ja Rastafari, Ja Rastafari. Good morning, y'all. This is the Ktng Morning Show. That's right. It's the Ktng Morning Show with your host. The underneath the 101 freeway and all day you don't know. Then I will show you the door, so this way you can come down to the corridor. Godzilla mode, baby. I'm talking about Crenshaw, Baldwin Hills, Gotta Pass, Inglewood, Leimert Park. Where y'all at? That's right. Get up. And of course, downtown LA, Watts, Compton, South Pasadena, East LA, bring it up in Asheville. Y'all know y'all be bound on the ground. Yeah. Ktng Morning Show is brought to you in part by, and sponsored in part by, the Latino Chamber of Commerce in Compton, and with a sizable grant from the RWJ Foundation. Thanks, guys. It really happened. Yes, indeed. Hey, how y'all doing this morning? All right. Heck of a morning to get up to. Out here in Kalawaki. 56 degrees, people. Y'all know what it is. It's morning. And that means y'all got to get y'all asses up and get to go to work. If you're not on the freeway right now, struggling to get there. That's right. Avoid the freeways. Take metro transportation. I like to show up what we call what the hell happened to my ass. Well, over the weekend was pretty blissful. I did not wind up on the dog couch this time again, as usually. I try to stay off the dog house, but and then off the couch. But had a strange dinner called ice cream. And let me tell you, people, if you are lactose intolerant after the age of 50 and you are eating ice cream, trust me, the events of a Dutch oven were fantastic. Yeah. All right. Anyway. I did some, domestic stuff and everything yesterday, so I had to hang around the house. I wasn't here at the office. So if I've missed anyone or anything of that nature, please forgive me. Pretty much near the first of the month, I got to take care of bills and everything else. So I am happy that I can actually do that. I'm more happy that I don't waste food. I'm more happy that I have a roof over my head. I am severely blessed to have the people that I do have in my life. So I love you all. Thank you so much for being around and supporting me for what I do. And now, to the rest of our ingratiated ignorance that's going on today with Sir Cheeseburger doing stuff again. Okay, woke up this morning. It was frightening, man. This guy's ready to take everybody's privacy on your cell phones and your computers and throw it out there. Okay? And throw it out there. He's about ready to say, your information don't mean nothing to you. That means your name, your birth, your age, all those credentials and so forth, even up to your credit cards, everything, social security numbers, I know everything. That is going to be compromised. Last year, I told you all, go to the library, get this thing off my book off. Go to the library, get a book called Coding Encryption for Dummies. Learn it, because that's the only way you're gonna have your own state of mind and privacy. If anything, then so of course, switch to a VPN, a virtual private network, so that way you don't have third-party crap going on your phone, going on your telephone, your television, any of that crap. Get a VPN, or get a personal cloud. I have a personal cloud at home, and guess what? They can't look in it. Okay? Because I have encryption on it, it's going to take them at least another 5,000 years to figure out how to crack it. Why? Because I'm a nerd. So, being that everybody's privacy is at the all-time low this year with my Unity community. Oh, that's right. I forgot to tell you. Yeah, we're simulcast live on Facebook and YouTube. So if you can get to either one, you know, right? You can look at the Ktng Morning Show on YouTube, and as well as on Facebook at the same time, baby. So I'm everywhere. I'm everywhere, man. I'm an everywhere man. Yeah, baby. That's right. I love to sing. I love to dance, and most importantly, I love to cook. That's right. So let's go around the world and see what's cooking, all right? Let's try and stay away from cheeseburger, but needless to say, people, there's like some strange crap going on, okay? And most importantly, it is time for us to realize that cheeseburger does not have our best interest. Okay, Jeff Sessions is trying to roll back stuff about, you know, how the police conduct their activities. There is reports of excessive force in the penal system, and it's being investigated. I mean, after Sheriff Lee Baca screwed it up here in LA, it's pretty much kind of funny to sit there and watch, the top cop get house arrest instead of being in population with the rest of the criminals that he put in. Right? But as I said many shows ago, document people, learn to start documenting. Now with your privacy issues right here on the forefront, you got to learn to start encryption and documenting everything you do. Speaking of which, 36 minutes ago from the New York Daily News, which seems to be a pretty good source right about now, Cop Watch activists released incriminating audio of New York PD officer. Remember I told you people, document. If you're in a crowd, just shout out loud, your mama. No, you don't do that. What you do is you document everything, anywhere, anytime. Okay? So, and another thing, I do want to mention this for the sports fans out there. Butch Lee, who came out of Harlem, was the first Latino to ever get an NBA championship ring, but he holds four different rings from around the world. And ain't too many people got that. But get this, Butch Lee, he's in I guess he's in Puerto Rico right now, brother. Okay, speaks Spanish very fluently. There you go. So that takes care of that. So yes, there are Latinos that have won an NBA championship. Yes, there is. How's that for Latino History Month? Actually, this is Autism Month, so everybody, if you get a chance and whatnot, wear a little blue. And I'm doing that today. I'm doing that this whole month. I'm wearing my blue Vans and so forth. So yeah, it's cool. I want to thank next door neighbor Larry for coughing up the shoes when he was asleep. So, what do you think? Come on, I'm from Brooklyn. We take what we need. All right. So, Cop Watch activist Jose LaSalle released incriminating audio recordings on Monday that allegedly captured police officers celebrating his arrest and conspiring to charge him with a felony. He said the previously unavailable recordings were from August when officers assigned to the Housing Bureau arrested and released them twice in one day when the Bronx District Attorney declined to prosecute. LaSalle, a 47-year-old founder of South Bronx Cop Watch Patrol Unit, said police officers have it out for him because he's been documenting their behavior since 2011. Come on, dude. You're gonna be out there doing that and everything. Don't be alone. Do not be alone, bro. Do not be alone. I give him props for what he's doing and everything. And you gotta admit that police cam is usually turned off at some particular point during an arrest. All right. And then when they go to court, it's like it's his word against my word any old way. You can't see the cops' evidence of what they seen when they seen you, so have your evidence. Document what the police do. Document where the police go wrong. Be a civilian. Be a true civilian. Okay? Hold those who have power accountable. I myself, I ain't got no power. I got power to the people. And the power to clean my dirty clothes. Okay? In the recording, one of the officers cheered, got him. And another one chants, it's a party, it's a party, it's a party. Hey! I wonder if there are dance moves to this. Okay? LaSalle didn't realize the device was recording them when they took it. They became wildly excited when they thought they could hit him with a felony charge for his two-way receiver radio. This is illegal. You're transmitting at our frequency, my man. You're a felony, one cop can be heard saying, to the joyous hurrahs of his colleagues. I'll never be able to do that again. You know when you chew food and spit it and chew food and talk at the same time and stuff comes flying out your mouth and it lands on your finger? Okay, that's a no cootie zone. Later in the recording, they are heard trying to charge him with a felony. There's no felony charge option on that, one officer asked. Another informs him it's a misdemeanor, which typically results in a desk appearance ticket or a DAT. But the officers decide to book him anyway. Okay, so since there's an issue here, we can't play into the ignorance of saying, okay, well, you know, we had the damn thing on, we're recording you, you're saying crap and whatnot. Guess what? This is what you do. You don't turn your cameras on. Your cameras only give you the visual sense. It's supposed to give you audio. But if they're not wearing those things, wear yours. Okay? LaSalle, speaking to reporters outside New York Police Department headquarters on Monday, said, you're talking about 30 officers celebrating my arrest saying it's a party. It was like I was Osama bin Laden. They were celebrating like I was one of America's most wanted. The cop watcher said he believes this happens every day to people who are less tech savvy and don't have the means to expose everyday abuses in power. You have cell phones, for crying out loud. Even those Obama phones, which are now the returnable Trump phones. Yeah, NSA laden and everything. Yes. If they are watching you, why don't you watch them? Whenever there's a police option going on. I've seen this in Compton as well. So if you have a tablet, you have a phone, you got a camera on it. It has a movie projector. Record it. Send it to YouTube, Facebook as quickly as possible. That way you have a way of storing your information and your images. It also goes to Google as well. But make sure you have a way of storing those images before the police get to them and try to erase them. Okay? That's sort of thing. But guess what? The cops screwed up. They messed up, and now we'll hold them responsible. We most definitely have to hold them responsible. Now, the con side of the coin is this. The New York Police Department did not immediately respond to a question on whether the officers involved have or will be disciplined. Okay, what have I been telling you guys about the FOP? Fraternal Order of Police. Now that Jeff Sessions wants to basically ban any incriminating evidence against the police department, guess what? They can get away with practical immunity of busting your ass. But that's the beauty of it. Because we let them. We don't hold these people in uniform responsible for the crap that they do against your brown, against your black, well, mostly against brown and black altogether. Brown and black have to come together. We have to step aside from our cultural and economic differences and learn to team up on how do we best serve our community. Watch the police officers who watch us. You know, as they say in the Watchers comic book, we are the watchers, but who watches the watchers? You know what I'm saying? So if anything, get together with little groups. You know, bring yourselves into a little collective and so forth, and take control of your neighborhoods from the police department. Police yourselves if you can. Because if you can't and so forth, 9 times out of 10, it's going to draw very dire instances. Okay? Now, about 8 hours ago, I was reading this and so forth, and I think this is pretty sad because I'm from around the area. DC missing youth cases highlight dangers for runaways, of course. Now, in a recent publicity surrounding missing children in Washington, D.C., has launched a firestorm of conversation and controversy about the issue of the nation's capital across the country. Police have been quick to point out there's no quick uptick in the cases and no evidence of abductions or sex trafficking, but the cases highlight the problem of how jurisdictions deal with teens who run away from home. Young people who police and advocates say are in peril despite a broad public perception that their cases are far less important than other missing child cases. If somebody is running from home, a teenager is running from home, why? Why do we not ask the parents what the hell is their problem? Okay? What? You played with dolls, you read Dick and Jane and thought everything was happily ever after, but no, reality set in, and guess what? You try to get out of that reality by hanging on to the drugs and the addictions that you do have. That makes for a happy house, doesn't it? So much for professional dysfunction. The case of stranger and family abductions can be often generate media attention and more likely to meet the criteria needed to activate a local Amber Alert system. Runaways account for an overwhelming percentage of cases the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children assisted with in 2016. You want to go find them? They're on Hollywood Boulevard. Straight up. They're on Hollywood Boulevard. Across the country, police departments have fueled concerns that teens are too quickly classified as runaways, even though they may not be the reason for their disappearance. Derrica Wilson, president and co-founder of the Black and Missing Foundation, says her group finds law enforcement is more likely to classify Black and Latino teens as runaways. Some families have said that cases of teens who do run away, especially teens of color, aren't taken seriously or investigated with the same resources as suspected abductions would be of white children. Come on, man. We might get the, the Amber Alert for a good 48 hours. The validity of anybody trying to go out and find these kids whatsoever. All right? Sex trafficking is a huge business. It's very huge. In Washington, D.C., the issue skyrocketed to the forefront last month when the Instagram post inaccurately claiming 14 Black and Latino girls went missing within the space of 24 hours went viral. On social media, several celebrities used the hashtag #MissingDCGirls to help raise awareness, and emotions boiled over at a town hall meeting March 22nd at a Washington school amid a public outcry over the lack of media attention to the case. It's simple! You're three-fifths of a human being. Okay? We're animals, we're rapists, we're killers, we're murderers. We're everything that society says this is your stereotype. Yet, you do not warrant the same type of treatment every human being is granted on this planet. And you say the children of color do not merit any type of public outcry? Media attention? Gee. They cited police data that shows the number of missing children cases in the district actually dropped from 2,433 in 2015 to 2,242 in 2016. Of the 574 young people reported in the district missing since the beginning of 2017, 10 of those cases remained unsolved as of Monday. Most of these children of color. Many of the cases involve runaways who left home voluntarily but returned. Why are kids running away? That's my question. Join the conversation. Why do you think kids are running away? Okay? If you don't know, then what good are you to your community? What good are you to your own kid? Teens don't just run away. There has to be a building circumstance. A building circumstance, a catalyst, people. And I can tell you what a catalyst is because I used to be one of those runaway teens. Okay? Catalyst is, no matter what you do, you're blamed for everything. Okay? Low self-esteem happens at home. Either by your mom or your dad. One or the other. These two people who took the time to go to a concert, make love, and conceive you right there on the dance floor better have love for you for the next 18 years until you get the heck out of your house. If not, and you are still there, getting abused, verbally abused as well as physically abused, where else is there to go? You want to go into the gang? Yeah, sure. Gang's dangerous. Here today, dead tomorrow, or in jail. One or the other. You have a prison lifestyle. You think you're this Vato Loco and all this and La Cholita and everything like this. No. That's just a bullet grade, okay? You want a bullet wound? Try being on your own for once. All right? Dang it. You gotta dump the garbage can on the floor to get the lights to come on. Isn't that beautiful? I love this! I mean, come on. With my magic mug. Ktng magic mug. And so when kids go off, teenagers, don't realize that after a while, I mean, I know a teenager right now, he's probably a man, right? He's probably like, of age. But I remember a teenager of mine that I used to know a long time ago who was witness to a horrible murder. Fled California, fled to Louisiana, and God knows where he is right now. Okay? There are certain instances about being in the gang life and so forth that ain't for you. Yeah, it looks all glamorous on the way the movies make it out, but what's the end result? Because everybody loves Scarface. Say hello to my little friend. Boom, 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 blang. Face first down on the pavement in a shallow pool of your own blood. You want to go out like a hero. Fight for something, not for nothing. Okay? I mean, nobody who ever had an empire on short money lived long enough to celebrate. Okay? Dealing drugs is short money, homeboys. You want to deal something and so forth, learn to cultivate drugs, then sell them. Especially marijuana. You know the government gives up subsidies for that shit? They do. And you're selling drugs and prostitution and everything like that. I mean, there are teen prostitutes out there. As far away from Vegas all the way to Taiwan. It's an international thing when it comes to child sexploitation. Okay? But what about organs on the black market? You know, teenage organs are a lot useful and notwithstanding able to use as transplants, especially when they're clean. All right? It's very dangerous out there. Young people are vulnerable, says Dickerson. I just think that they can be taken advantage of and pulled into a situation they don't realize that it's serious until they are already in it. Unlike the movies where there's always a hero's ending, many of you teenagers out there find yourselves on the slab of table with your mouth stapled together, and you're being drained of your blood. Police agree they are. That's why they've increased their efforts to spread the word about cases deemed critical. People 15 or younger, 65 or older, or those who may be particularly vulnerable on any social media. Dixon told CrimeSider she implemented the policy shortly after she took over the department's Youth and Family Services Division in December. Now, these two people and so forth I'm talking about are heads of state. No, they're state heads and so forth out of family services. Here's the how come we do not have a halo system? How come? You know why? Because my black and Latino parents, you damn cheat, you cheat. Okay? You think you give them a cell phone that's going to have instant GPS so they can be easily found? No. Okay? Need something a little bit more stable than that. You really do. Need something that's going to basically be able to find your child in different states. And make it barely detectable for, say, like anybody else looking. All right. But you have to train your kids how to be more resilient and more resourceful when they're outside of the house. Don't walk alone. Walk in groups. Make sure your next door neighbor knows where you're going. You know, simple neighborhood tactics. If you're riding the bus together, everybody rides the bus together. Everybody gets off on the same bus stop. Okay. Don't be going over to Susie's house, clear across town, and then say, I'm going to be there and I'm going to be okay and da-da-da-da. No, chaperone it. Even if you're up to 18, chaperone it. Okay? You might think you're grown now. Trust me, you'll be grown after they're going to stitch you up. Pull something out of your body and whatnot. Either that or have you, on a naked ass agenda somewhere. So, as parents, stop dissing your kids and start listening to them. All right? And for those that don't listen, those that are abusive, those that are like, the punk bodies of the house, parents, you suck. Remember when you were their age and you were doing the exact same thing? Did you rebel to a particular point? I mean, come on. This could be anywhere from a divorce to a simple, I don't know, household murder. Never know. They got a lot of these shits on TV. Come on, I watch a lot of this stuff. Lord, I deal with drama queens at home more so than I deal outside of the house. As Reggie the Raptor would say. All right. It is near the halfway point, people. Okay. You're listening and you're watching KTG Morning Show with your host, the Grits Man here. Chewing, slurping, and eating. Same time. While it's keeping you abreast of the things that are happening that are affecting you. Now, I got to give props to Tennessee this morning because, one, they're standing up. They're standing up. It seems like a red state in some areas is doing blue things. About 3 hours ago, immigration tuition break gaining support in Tennessee. So they're basically giving immigrants tuition breaks. That's great. But what about for the rest of us who've been trying to get into college and got bills, can't get no break nowhere? Well, I guess that says one thing. If you got a state that has more immigrants than your own people, then guess what? Welcome to America! All right? Think of it, people. Who laid the foundation for your ancestors to come through here? Who laid the foundation for what you and your brethren would say has always been that way? Okay? Keep in mind, people, slow your roll when it comes to that suffering crap, all right? That's for Tennessee. A push to offer in-state college tuition rates to students whose parents brought them into the country illegally is picking up an unlikely momentum from some Republicans in Tennessee, a deeply conservative state that voted overwhelmingly for intrepid leader Cheeseburger and his tough stance on immigration. If lawmakers succeed, Tennessee would follow the lead of Washington, D.C., the only other local government to pass such an ordinance since Cheeseburger took office in January. 20 other states already allow the in-state tuition. To sell the ideal, the bill's supporters have had to maneuver carefully, steering the debate away from illegal immigration policy whenever possible. So, needless to say, they didn't even talk about it. They said, well, we guys got these kids here and whatnot. These guys are going to school they're living the American dream and are given the same opportunities as any other kid on the block. Okay? This is what happens, okay? You have a fork in the road in the middle of your house. Okay? You can either go out in the streets, go to the military, or go to college. One or the other. Some people will check it out on their options. And most teens don't have an option because of failing grades wind up in the street. Most teens who have abusive households wind up in the street. Most teens that have supportive households go say like into college. Most teens that have quasi, support, or most teens begin to realize that they can only help themselves out of a bad situation, wind up going to the military. Okay. So never mind the psyche valves that are never happening before they get into the military. It's just what happens afterwards. Okay. There's promise, there's hope, there's discipline. There is also structure that you learn in the military. Okay. And immaculately, it can transfer into a better life. There is a better life outside of being in an abusive house. Okay. It is. So instead, they're promoting a measure as an economic driver and educational opportunity for students who didn't have a choice about crossing into the United States at a young age. They say the students are innocent victims of decades of political deadlock on immigration and at the national level. This has been in a deadlock for the last since the Bush administration. GW didn't want to do anything with it. So he passed it on to Obama. Obama raised great care of it, and so we're going to do a lot for immigration. And he did some, yes, but he didn't do a lot. He didn't pass an immigration bill that was sitting in Congress for decades, okay, that should have been voted on during his term, okay? Should have. I mean, come on. Does it dang you? There are roaches here. Okay. They're trying to get in my food, dude. I'm serious. For real. And dang it. There we go. Gotta love that. At the state capitol, dozens of students whose parents crossed the United States illegally and brought them along have gone lawmaker to lawmaker to share their personal stories. Republican Governor Bill Haslam took time to meet and snap photos with them last month and has thrown his support behind the bill. Republicans in a state that is so tight-lipped on information, especially when it comes to its marijuana laws, I'm surprised that they're like really going well with the immigration thing for tuition. For real. I mean, I'll give you a perfect example here. 2 years ago, when President Barack Obama was still in office, the proposal passed in the Senate and it came one vote shy of passing in the House. The Senate didn't wait for the House to act first this year. So says Republican Speaker Randy McNally. Cheeseburger has spoken of mass deportations and building a U.S.-Mexican border wall. Nonetheless, White is optimistic the Tennessee bill has a chance. If the bill has a chance and it goes through, that's going to start what we call a domino effect in many sanctuary cities. Once that starts happening, there's going to be a more, I don't know, how can we say, a repugnant revolution going on to where both white, black, and brown are basically going after the government, especially Cheeseburger. Come on. The guy's not even in there for 6 months already. The first 3 months of his inaugural, presidency of leading this country into doom and gloom definitely ruined a lot of people's expectations of fair and just. So it doesn't matter. Okay. Now the immigrant in question, who would never speak to a brother on the street, speak. Point of example, I was at Food for Less yesterday, picking up groceries, doing my domestics. And come to find out, he's an immigrant, got laid off of his job, trying to feed 4 kids and a wife. All right? And we have one thing in common: the high cost of food and the high cost of cigarettes. But we had a conversation nonetheless. If anything, if we're having a conversation about the way this government is working, about the way the economy is working against people of color, immigrants included, what does that tell you? What does that tell you? John Gold is about right. When he writes, if you want proof positive that if we put together, get away from our class issues, okay, our economic and cultural differences, set those aside and act as one, we can march up on Washington all day long, all up and down Washington. We could go to the White House and hang upside down by our shoes like that crazy lady did. Think about it, people. It is a world out there that we are not basically taking advantage of. Well, it's pretty much taking advantage of us, you know. Oh, God. Well, that deserves cooties. Anyway, cool thing is, the bill's opponents are framing their arguments around illegal immigration. The same legislature continues to advance the bill that would cut funding to immigrant-protecting sanctuary cities. I mean, the man has been in office like almost 3 months, and it has been nothing but a firestorm of lower courts versus higher courts versus lower courts. That bill sucks. We're going to appeal it. You know, filibuster. Come on, America. You have a choice. You can either kill and get rid of this jackass in the office right now, or you can sit there and humbly wait until he screws this entire country over. You people in the rural areas, you trust this idiot with your life, your livelihood? By all means, you voted for his dumb ass. You got a dumb ass. Okay? And now you're sitting here trying to say, okay, we can give him a break. It's not even the first year. We have to give him that much. You know, you only have to give a fool 100 days before you can say impeachment. Okay? It's coming. And one of the ways that it is coming, and I'm sitting there watching this, okay? I'm watching this happen, all right? I'm watching this happen.
Ktng morning
that
show.
It's going to come down to the hostility that we project in this nation. We're supposed to be friendly. We're supposed to be, a people of open arms. We're supposed to be a society of open arms. Okay? We're supposed to welcome the masses, welcome the tired, the hungry, those who huddle against the crimes of, just living in their own countries, persecuted, that sort of thing. We're supposed to be there. Okay? We're supposed to be there. As human beings, we're supposed to have each other's backs. However, as we have been learned from what we call a Barbie society, feminists can back me up on this, from that Barbie society of individualism and me, and I want everything me. Okay? This is what you got. Okay? The methods of self-preservation can be cruel and hostile. Worse yet. This goes on for generation to generation. And the little idioms that we do pick up, they're supposed to be like, say, I don't know, Zen-like, tainted with a little Illuminati, have definitely, really rocked this world. I mean, when Reagan was in office, it was all about the me. It really was. It's just gotten sloppier now to where it's like me and possibly mine. Though I hold no allegiance to it, there's no papers or anything like that. And I'm like, you son of a... I thought I was a big hypocrite. Nah. We're just hypocritical to the stasis of how God wants us to live. All right. Peace and harmony with each other. With wisdom, love, knowledge, spirituality. We can't even do that. We have to have our pockets picked clean by the TV evangelist who never sees you. Okay? But you trust his word. The funny thing is, a lot of you people out there can actually read and write, but you can't comprehend. If you can't comprehend what was written by somebody who used to date his mother, King James, okay, who used to date his mother, and wrote from, okay, the Roman transcription of the Sumerian text, which is basically bound in so many books. But for the Catholic order and the English order of King Henry VIII, they had to change a lot of the verbiage. So therefore, there are so many missing books from out of your own Bible that you don't even understand where they come from or how is it true. Oh, somebody must have wrote this afterwards and said this was that. No, it's just got edited, and now that everybody's finding all the edits. People are starting to scratch their heads like, who do I believe? What do I believe? Believe in yourself first of all. Okay? Believe in yourself first of all. You can do whatever it is that you want to do. And you can do it within the conscience of knowing right from wrong. Simple. But no! When we ask for simple, we get people? We get the Jim Jones democracy firsthand. And what better way than to have contractors brace for our hostile site when it comes to building the border wall? 7 hours ago here. From out of San Diego, AP Press here. One potential bidder on the intrepid leader Cheeseburger's border wall with Mexico wanted to know if authorities would rush to help if workers came under quote-unquote hostile attack. Wow. Hold up for a second, people. There we go. Another asked if employees can carry firearms in states that strict gun control laws if the government would indemnify them for using deadly force. Wow. Can we say race war? No. We can't. I'm going to tell you right now. If they won't put the wall up and build it, contractors make all the money. Right? From the government. You're going to go to a TSA screening to even get a job as a border agent. Okay? Now, you have an option of really tearing down the wall, as they did with Gorbachev and them, or you can build this damn thing and piss everybody off. see where the story goes. With bids due Tuesday, today, on the first design contracts, interested companies are preparing for the worst if they get the potentially pretty job. A U.S. official with knowledge of the plans who spoke on condition of anonymity, because the name likes you going up. Yeah. There you go. Cool. Good day. Tell you. You gotta do exercise every now and then. That garbage can get heavy after a while. Let's see. They will be constructed on roughly a quarter-mile, 400-meter strip of federally owned land in San Diego with 120 feet of border. Though the final decision has not been made on the precise spot, the official said the government anticipates spending $200,000 to $500,000 on each prototype. That's just like Compton that paid one dude $250,000 to make an assessment that it has potholes that for some reason $3.7 million wound up missing out of the treasury behind some stupid Galvan, which could have fixed all the potholes. What part of litigation these fools out here don't understand? Especially when Compton's running into it. Anyway, the Border Patrol and local police will establish a buffer zone around the construction site if necessary. The U.S. officials said the San Diego Police and Sheriff's Departments said on Monday they will respect constitutional rights and free speech and assembly for any peaceful, law-abiding protesters. Yes, same thing up at Sioux, in Sioux country. Okay? Get this. Michael Evangelista, Saga, Chief Executive of the Penna Group LLC, a general contractor for Fort Worth, Texas, said he has received about a dozen death threats since publicly expressing interest in building, including one from a woman who told him she'd hire a private investigator to trail him. Okay? When you have, this is to let you know that money sees no color, only people do. Here is Mr. Isaga. Okay? Isaga. Evangelista Isaga. Alright? You know dang well that the man has a Latino name. Yet, he's going to be a malinchista to accept millions from the government to build up the wall. Money said $500,000 says that, you may or may not get the contract, but it's worth the shot. It's like the lottery. It's like Vegas, baby. You can get a prototype, or you might get $250,000, or you can build a wall and get millions. Okay? Evangelista Isaga said he bid in part because he wants broad immigration reform. Securing the border, he said, is a prerequisite for granting a path to citizenship to millions of U.S. into the U.S. illegally. We didn't enter this lightly, he said. We looked at it and he said, we have to be a productive part of the solution. You, my man, have just created a fusion. You think you're getting death threats now? Wait till they carried them out. Okay. Building the wall on the Mexican border was a cornerstone of Cheeseburger's presidential campaign and a flashpoint for his detractors. The multi-billion-dollar project along the 2,000-mile stretch border has many outspoken critics, including the Roman Catholic Archdiocese of Mexico, which, needless to say, has been very ineffective when it comes to dealing with the cartels. But they said last week the Mexican companies expressing interest were portraying their company. Yep. That lets you know right off the bat that the Catholic Archdiocese in Rome is not caring. Okay? This dude is not a pope, so forget it. U.S. Customs and Border Protection said in a statement that it would pick up multiple contractors to build prototypes around June 1st and will name only the winning bidders. The agency said last month that the prototypes should be about 30 feet long and 18 to 30 feet high. Bidders are also asked to demonstrate experience, including executing high-profile, high-visibility, and potentially contentious projects. In other words, if you're in a hostile war zone, do you have, like, say, a triage set up, police, extra, weapons, cash, that sort of thing? Sort of like that game Stratego. I don't know if anybody remember playing that one, but it was a pretty decent game. Just had to guess where your enemy was and blow them up, or take the flag. The agency responding to questions from companies on websites for government contractors said the Border Patrol would respond as needed if there was a hostile attack, but companies are responsible for security. The government won't allow waivers from state gun laws to indemnify companies whose workers use deadly force. Any nutcase can be a vigilante. Any nutcase can be a mercenary. As a boat floats on water, it can also sink. The website for contractors lists more than 200 companies that signed up for email notifications on the design contract, but it's unclear how many of those will apply. Bidders must have done border security or similar projects worth $25 million in the past 5 years to qualify. Dude, we just shrunk everybody down to a funnel. Ronald Colburn, Border Patrol Deputy Chief, when hundreds of miles of fences were built under George W. Bush's administration. The company should plan on training workers to know when to seek cover and to stay put and when to retreat. Sounds like France. Okay, not to say anything about the Foreign Legion, but when it comes to your basic army, yeah. Most of those organizations are probably fairly accustomed to that. Like Colburn, who retired in 2009. Some of them may be learning for the first time that kind of risk at the border. Why are we having such borders? Brownsville, Texas is right around a border. It's a border town. Okay? Probably one of the few inch places and so forth that people can get around. There's hundreds of miles of desert. There are dead bodies of men, women, and children trying to make it into this country to get away from what? The same crap that we're dealing with here. Gangs, crime, corruption, automatic base control of human faculties. I don't know. But the fact of the matter is this. No matter where you go, there you are. And if they bring an evil with them, so evil they be. But it is business. And that business is evil. Okay? Alright? Okay? And this is what basically needs to be like what I say, a human being that's doing a decent job for other human beings without consciousness, but knowing that it does take, a lot of us out here to do exactly what we're supposed to do. Okay? So, from New York, dramatic rescue from a subway track was caught on video. Jonathan Kulig was waiting for a train Saturday night when another man fell onto the New York subway track. Okay, this time he didn't have a cell phone in his hand like Shorty did. Cell phone video shows him jumping down, lifting the man, and heaving him onto the platform moments before a train pulled in. The victim suffered minor injuries. This is good. This is good. This is what I'm trying to show you guys, that we have a propensity of actually caring for one another if we are in trouble. I was watching a movie last night, zombie movie, about the Old West. And in one part they showed this Apache Indian guy surrounded by zombies, and then this lone gunman, this lone sheriff, marshal, I guess it was Lone Ranger or Ranger or something like that, shot the zombies and saved the Indian's life. And he told the Indian that that was pretty cool. You do the same for me. And of course, needless to say, who is this? Unavailable. I don't know you. I don't know you. You're calling me. No. You're not going to call me right in the middle of the show. Dude. Let that damn thing ring. Anyway. Yes, go to voicemail, people. Go to voicemail. Y'all know better. Y'all can join in the conversation if you want to. I got about like 10, 11 minutes here. Oh, food chewing. Tea drinking. Noodles cup twirling. See? Oh, we're still marking down the days when we're supposed to be evicted. Good. That's what I'm talking about. See? Telemarketer. Little breaks like that. But back to matter is, we have to look out for each other in that particular sense. Now, if we all pay attention to that, maybe we can be somebody's hero today. Sometime during the week, or month, or year. It doesn't matter. What does matter is human life. All life is precious. Treat it as such. You never know when you're going to have to come back here and do this again. And you might not like the skin color you come back in. All right? Think about it. All right, people, let's see what we got out here in the job department. So this way you guys get out there, get jobs, take care of your careers, and buy Starbucks coffee. 7th Annual Spring into Summer Hiring Spree, Wednesday, April 12th, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Juanita Millender, McDonald Community Center, 801 East Carson Street, Carson, California, 90745. You have to do your registration at Spring into Summer, the number 7.eventbrite.com to get in on the BN. For ages 17 and older, no children allowed, so keep your baby mamas where they gotta be. Keep that baby and mama drama in the house. Expungement workshop, free services, legal guidance, live scanning, counseling, referrals. This is going to be at the Inglewood Wooden Stop, April 11th, from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. 110 South La Brea Avenue, Inglewood, California, 90301, 3rd floor. Make sure that you give them a call, let them know that you're coming. Phone number there is 626-552-9679. Again, it's 626-552-9679. Mid-Cities Credit Union is also having their annual meeting and community day at Saturday, April 29th. This is way down the road. 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Echo Multi-Purpose Center, which is located at 403 South Santa Fe Avenue at Merv, second building south of the Credit Union, Compton, California, 90221. Make sure you get a hold of Mid-Cities Credit Union for that. Other announcements we got are the making of the documentary, which is going to start this Saturday coming up. And also the world premiere, we're still waiting on the world premiere of I Hate My Neighbor, which is directed by the flawless Stephanie Wins. Okay, that's coming out. And yours truly got a bit part in it. Yeah. Straight up. Also, Teen Days basically helping me with another opportunity on the 22nd of April. Which will probably be, we'll probably be off the air for a minute, but we're going to do some interviews on what's going on down there and everything. I only got a brief scan of information, but I'm going to get the voicemail later on today. Sent the missus, poetry and everything else and so forth. So it's going to be a good day here. So let's move on to our favorite juncture in the day. Celebration. Okay, cool. Anyway, let's say hello and good morning to everybody that's iPhone Messenger this morning. Okay. All right. And let's go with Sarah Rip, who is probably one of the angels of information. She does very well with it. Sarah, good morning. Jaquan, my crate digging brother from Philly, good morning. Love to see what's going on with you. Bear Crew, good morning. Angela Perez, good morning. Juan Garcia, good morning. Glenn Company, good morning. Limo from the Bandu. Good morning. Brian O. Parker, running from air. Good morning. Crazy. All right. Paul Martin, my trailer trash brother from another mother. Good morning. Tom Bacon, good morning. And I want to say a special good morning to my nieces and my nephews, Shaquana, Kamala, Gregory, and Anthony. Today's your mother's birthday, and I wish her a very great birthday. Rest in paradise. I love you, Jackie. I wish you were here. Your little brother loves you and wants you back, but God willing, you are in a better place now than you were before. And you are loved. You are seriously loved. Along with your big sisters, Janetta, and your big brother, Milton. I know all of you are taking care of each other. And looking down on your little brother saying, my God, this man is undone. But I am looking down, making sure that I keep an eye on things and so forth for you guys. So I appreciate your help. I appreciate everything that you do. Also, D-Lo, my brother from my evil twin brother, Sir Walt, the Man Who Remembers show, 12 noon, 12 midnight each and every day. Alrighty. Don't be late when I get to come on here, people. Trust me, I can do this all day. Nina, good morning. I gotta call you. Gloria, good morning. How are you doing today? Ho, ho, ho. And let's see, what other good stuff? Ooh. So we got 5 minutes left. Uh-oh, you know what that means, people. You know what that means. It means we got to get hip-hopping and hoping up out of here. All right. Also, good morning to Lisa Arredondo. Good morning. Delroy Isis, good morning. DJ Crash Music, good morning. Oh my God, see, everybody shows up late. This is so funny. Okay. And G-Man, good morning. Okay, and for the people at the Ice Crystal Palace, I'm coming to a theater near you, or PBS, one or the other. Dr. Dwayne Proctor, good morning. Christina, good morning. You all ready? Let's see. Tina Hightower, good morning, callers. Papa Locks Melendez, good morning. Leroy Moore, good morning. Pedro Salvador, good morning. Tosh T, good morning. And that pretty much does it. Doesn't it? Of course it does. Now, down to business. Pay what you owe. That's all. And if you can't pay what you owe, trust me, you will pay. Karma has a unique way of making you pay. Making you honest about paying. Then two, some people just don't get it. No means no. Alright, people, I'm out of here. It's been fun. I gotta run. Stay tuned for more music, documentaries, hot stuff. Yes, tonight I am definitely going to put on the new Community Weekly editorial, which is going to be blistering. 5 o'clock, so we can start you guys up at 5. No, we'll hit you up at 5, and then we'll hit you up at 9 o'clock at night. So that way you can get the real dosage you really actually need. Okay? I mean, it's a hell of a job, man. Hell of a job. But nonetheless, people, as always, please take care of one another. Arm yourselves. Oh, and another thing. Check your privacy statements on all of your gear. You know, if you don't know encryption, go to the damn library and get a book called Encryption for Dummies. If you can't read, get somebody to read for you. All right? Take a level of comprehension with you when you guys are doing this, because eventually, and I'm telling you this now, as I have told you last year, if you do not know anything about encryption, forget about your privacy. You voted it off each and every time. There's a primary election going on right now, and that's happening today as well. Keep an eye out for that and so forth, because that deals with a lot of your rights. Okay? And for the Pete's sake, please, if you're going to espouse what kind of rights you do have, learn them first before you do. Instead of saying, I got a right to this, I got a right to that, and everything. And most police officers, not even lawyers, are going to basically test you on that. Document people, document your police department. Document those who are in power. Turn on your recorders and record everything. It'll save you a heck of a lot of trouble. It will. Seriously. All right, people, I'm out of here. I got a long day. Oh, and good morning to my man, Frank Diaz. I'm going to be over your house later this afternoon. I miss you, dude. I know you're moving out to Colorado. That's why I'm going to give you the station clicks and so forth, and, call and let me know what's happening. I hate to see my godson move, but if this is for a better thing and whatnot, I want you guys to find a good place to be at and everything. And probably within a couple of years, once I get this all based out and so forth, and it's good to go and it's running on its own, I might be out there with you. All right. You're one of my best friends, Frank, and I'm glad that things are going, are happening for you in a good way. I just wish that, things were, better for you. I wish you were still doing your triathlon stuff and everything, but God willing, man. God willing. I want to say happy birthday to Tom Bacon, whose birthday is celebrated on my sister's birthday. So therefore, happy birthday, Tom Bacon. I love you. You are the bacon god. Nothing more than less. All right, people, I'm out of here. Love, peace, chicken grease. Y'all have yourselves a safe and beautiful day. And remember, never let anybody take or dull your shine, because it comes from within. Don't take the garbage. Put it out. Put out your shine. See how many people bow down. Yo. All right, I'm out of here. Love, peace, chicken grease.